light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. But now, in the late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold.
Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note's at 4 o'clock p.m.
Ah, yes, the note. Slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative.
Oh
As
my
I
God.
pondered the meaning of the note,
I'm so sorry.
the snowfall gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind.
Hi, Hizo. Oh my God, I already can't say his name.
Sao?
Hisao, you came.
A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race.
Aw, look, I'm so cute. We're so cute. Look at us.
I
We're
know,
just like,
he has a
hey.
sneak note.
I know. Iwanako? Oh, Iwanako. I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours?
Damn it, I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic.
Yes. I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it.
A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried.
Oh God.
Oh, his heart. My heart is pounding now as if it were trying to burst out from my chest and claim this girl for itself.
So, here we are, out in the cold.
Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine, and she lazily twirls her long dark hair around her finger.
I don't know why, but I thought it was gonna say twirls her tongue. I don't know. I was gonna be like, how do you do that?
Just like in a circle, like so sexy. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried.
You see, oh God, I wanted to know if you'd go out with me.
I stand there, motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point.
Hisao?
I reach out to try to massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms.
Hisao!
My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot open in terror.
Oh my God. Hisao!
The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwanako running towards me, all these fade to black. The last things I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above.
His heart literally wanted to take her as its own. Like how he said earlier, how he's like, my heart will come and claim her.
Aww. I hope we don't get a YouTube strike for this music playing right now. Let's just talk really loud over it. No, just kidding. But we should introduce ourselves. This is Unicorn Sparkles and Bethany Taylor, and we are playing Katawa Shoujo.
Hey, how's it going? Oh my gosh, are they gonna make it like an anime? Like the whole intro thing, kind of? Maybe?
Oh, do you think they'll put this intro? Is it like gonna have all the characters? Excuse me.
Maybe. I mean, it has all like the medicine and stuff going on, like the IV bags and stuff.
I feel so bad for him. It was his like dream girl, and she sent a note to him and was like, I love you, but then, or well, no, but she was like, I want to go out with you. And then he had a heart attack.
I know, it really sucks.
Yeah, it does. Oh, he's gonna wake up. Okay. It's been 4 months since my heart attack.
Look at the cherry blossom leaves.
It's so pretty. This hospital bed is so pretty. In that whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts, so I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. A strange word, a foreign alien one that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition. I think a lot of people have arrhythmias of the heart, actually. It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening.
Oh, I mean, my heart skips beats. I don't know if it's that, but like, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't think it's that serious.
Yeah, well, you know.
I guess it just depends.
Dramatizing it. Well, you know, I bet for some people it is.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't overdo it. And it was love.
Oh my god.
That made him overdo it.
My crush.
He's been able to run and play all these years, but it was love that was just too much.
My crush approaching me with her feelings. My heart.
Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Of course, there isn't a cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. Jeez!
Wow.
That's so depressing. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis.
Does he like not have friends?
Better friends. Yeah, like he doesn't have any friends. Iwanako was the last to stop visiting. Aww. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway.
Oh my gosh.
I know, that's really sad.
What a
Guess she
jerk.
wasn't the right girl for you.
Yeah, what a jerk. I mean, hey, I confessed my feelings and I gave you a heart attack. You know what? Just peace. Bye.
Peace. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again.
Wow.
That's really depressing, man. I hope this game gets cheerier, like, real soon.
Yeah.
The hospital? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and the nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they're in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. I just want to say that would never stay in a hospital for 4 months. Like, they send you off to rehab, but, like, hospitals are like, you can stay here for 3 days, bye.
Unless
Like,
it was
hospitals.
something super, super serious.
Yeah. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of an omen. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there is at least some hope. At some point, I stopped watching TV. I don't know why. I just did.
Because TV is boring.
Maybe it was the wrong. Yeah, you should watch some YouTube. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading instead. Yes! Better. There was a small library at the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands, but I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. Oh my god, are we almost done with this? Because this is a lot.
I feel like we should have, like, switched. Like, you should have been his actual voice, and I should have been the little narrator.
I didn't realize his thoughts were going to be this long. He's a thinker.
Yeah. I mean, he has nothing else to do.
The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass I was trapped inside instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely. And I couldn't even cry. Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. You get to go, obviously. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. There is the ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers and setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment. You be the doctor.
Hello, so how are you today?
I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him.
I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medication sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription.
The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. So many. I take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this?
Oh my lord.
This absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters.
I can see that. They literally are.
Yeah, I know. They're like a mess. Side effects, adverse effects,
contradictions?
But that's what it says. It says contraindications.
Oh, contraindications.
I've never even heard of that word.
Me either.
And dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I try to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. All this for the rest of my life, every day.
I'm afraid that this is the best we can do at this point. However, New medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years.
Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all.
Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school.
What?
Like, what?
Oh.
What is even that? Like, hey, just because a girl gave you a heart attack confessing her feelings for you, you should never go back to that school.
They don't know how to deal with arrhythmia at your old school. Like, you just gotta go
The
to
nurses
someplace-
just don't care at that school.
It's a little ridiculous. That's okay. They're setting the plot up.
Do you want me to be dad?
Oh, I forgot. I thought that was like the doctor. Okay, I said the dad sign before I forgot. Please calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down? The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever of my concern shows, it's ignored.
What's wrong with being homeschooled?
You're like, wait.
We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. He's gonna be at school, sir.
He's supervised by everybody.
At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So, I've spoken to your parents about a transfer, because that other school just sucks. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. He has like
Is
heart.
this a disability?
He has like heart palpitations. Like
That is not a huge whatever. Disabled? What? Am I? Sorry, I'm not trying to laugh.
it has 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from the highly regretted General Hospital. The majority of its students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping the help nearby.
Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. Of course, that's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We went out there and took a look a couple weeks back. I think you'd like it. Looks like I really don't have a choice.
Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education.
This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamn opportunity. Ooh, dang, he's mad.
Uh-huh. I mean, the doctor's just doing his job.
Don't get mad at the doctor.
Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one.
A special school. That's an insult. That's what I want to say. It's a step down. Oh my god, he's so
Wow!
rude. Man, I'm not liking him at the moment, but he's
some
just
people
bitter.
need that care, sir. Just take a chill pill.
Yeah, he needs to chill a little. It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or another.
Dad just really likes to take long pauses to make sure his point gets across.
That's right. He just needed to take a breath.
Your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate.
I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. Okay, but that's not who a person is. A person isn't their disability. He's rude right now.
Mm-hmm.
I really hate that something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now.
Whoa.
It's a
Whoa.
normal? What, their lives aren't normal? Like, what is normal anyway?
I feel very attacked because I have heart palpitations.
You're not normal. Sorry, out of the question.
Man! I mean, what is normal anyway?
It's funny. I'd always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now, something about how I can go back to school anyway. But no, I don't say anything. The fact is, I know it's futile. I look around the room. The last time I read that word, I said futile. It's okay, we're just mixing it up. Feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice. Said that like five times now. I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult.
I
You
would,
haven't been there, it's going to be cool.
yeah, I
But
would
let me
just
try.
say most schools that are like for special, not special needs, but like people that need help. I mean, it's not insanely different,
Yeah, it's pretty much the same, except that they get help because they need help.
right? And there's
You're still going to
nurses.
learn. He'll be fine. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. There you go. That's all I can think of to get me through this, but at least I'll still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. I feel really rude reading those lines. I just want to say my opinions are not his opinions. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. It's been 21 minutes. Do you want to stop it here?
Sure.
Let's, Oh, wait!
Oh, is this an intro or something?
Oh, Act
Oh,
1,
how
life expectancy.
cute.
That was like the prologue. Okay, I'm gonna press escape and see if this, like, does something. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna stop here. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time at the school. Bye!
Bye.